What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Darren. Of course, I'm the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. What's up? What's up? What's up? On this channel, we talk about two things. We talk about fragrances and we talk about fashion. So if you're into fragrance and fashion related content, then why don't you consider clicking the subscribe button, and also, if you don't mind, take another second to hit the bell icon as well to ensure you get notified when I upload new content on the channel. Guys, you see the title? Today is Judgment Day. That's right. I have none other than the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Steven over at the channel Redolessence, that is going to be giving his first impressions on my two fragrances through Novelty Parfum, which is Aubade and Serenade. Once again, thank you to everybody that's purchased it, that's messaged me and told me that you purchased one or two or both of these fragrances. From the bottom of my heart, I sincerely appreciate it. Guys, again, for a limited time, that we're going to be running this special. So if you buy one, you basically get the other one free, or if you just buy one fragrance, you get it for 30% off. So head over to novelistparfums.com right now if you have not done so, and go ahead and make your purchase. So guys, Steven's going to be giving his impressions today, and it means a lot to me that he agreed to do this, because probably like a lot of you, Steven was one of my go-to fragrance reviewers that I look to really get an in-depth review, from the breakdown of the fragrance and the fragrance notes to the presentation of the fragrances. And a great thing about Steven is, of course, you know you're going to get a thorough review, but also you knew you were going to get everything is going to be pronunciated correctly. So listen, when I wanted, like I said, to really know about a fragrance, Steven was one of my go-to fragrance reviewers before I even got into reviewing. So he's been doing this for a long time. I highly respect his opinion on fragrances. So we're going to see what he has to say. But again, it's definitely an honor to have Steven give his take on my fragrances. So the format that I'm following, there's going to be some other reviewers that you'll see that will come after Steven that will give their impressions. And what I'm going to do, I'll come on and give my quick overview of who's speaking, who's going to be reviewing. You'll see my intro, and then the next voice that you'll hear today will be Steven. As we move forward, it'll be whoever the reviewer is that's giving the first impressions. And then I'll come on at the end and kind of give my commentary based on their first impressions. So if you guys want to hear Steven's impressions of my two fragrances from Novelty Parfums, Aubade and Serenade, then you know the routine. Keep it locked right here.
Hey ladies and gentlemen, my name is Steven. I have a YouTube channel called Redolessence, and in this video I'm very happy to be giving you my impressions of the two fragrances by Darren, aka Bowtie Fragrance Guy. So first things first, thank you so much for having me on your channel. It really does mean a lot to me. I've been watching your channel for a very long time. I love your passion, your enthusiasm, your range of knowledge when it comes to so many different fragrances, whether it be designer or niche. And I know that you, as a creative director for these two fragrances, we have Aubade and Serenade. Amazing names, by the way. And of course, Darren has a bit of a musical background, and I'm sure you've seen the videos of him playing the piano, and you just have so much talent. And so I just want to start things off by saying I wish you and your family nothing but the best. I hope I get the opportunity to meet you in person one day. Maybe if things lighten up a little bit in 2022, or maybe later on this year, we'll make it happen. But here I have two fragrances where Darren was the sole creative director. We have Aubade, which is an IFF fragrance, and then we have Serenade, which is a MG International fragrance. So the first one was composed by Julien Rasconet and Dominique Ropion, two perfumers who have such an impressive track record. If you check out their resume, their body of work, they have made some of the most iconic perfumes in the industry, both designer and niche. And then here you have Jorge Lee, who has made fragrances like Hachivat by Nishane. He's also done Primas by Novelty Parfum, as well as many others. And so we have three actually very accomplished perfumers who have worked on two fragrances, a collaboration on the one, and this one was independently created. And of course, I am the founding creative director of Navitus Parfum, and so I released the original 7, and then I followed it up with another 3. But I love growing the collection, and of course, adding to the collection is something that's really special, especially when you have the expertise of somebody like Darian. So Darian, I'm gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna smell these fragrances. I'm gonna give my impression on camera, and of course, I want to thank you so much for the opportunity. So the first fragrance that I'm gonna smell is Aubade, and of course, this means a song that is typically played at dawn. And so here you have the morning type of a fragrance, and here you have something a little bit more appropriate for the evening, of course, with a name like Serenade. We'll get to that in a second. So the first one, Aubade, and oh boy, that's all I can say. This opens up so decadently gourmand, but it's not a full gourmand. And what I mean by that is that you have the toffee that's in here, you have a little bit of cinnamon. The cinnamon adds a really pleasant amount of spice, and you have that salty caramel type of a vibe. Something in the base also comes across a little bit ambery, and I believe there's African olibanum used in this fragrance. And so it is very rich and warm and deep and resinous, but it has those gourmand tones. But there's also something a little spicy about this one as well. So I'm getting the cardamom, I'm getting some of those smooth florals to really clean this up. And as a matter of fact, this does actually remind me of dawn. It reminds me of this very bright and vivid and, you know, illustrious type of a fragrance that would evoke the morning time or the dawn. And so I really appreciate how you were able to convey that in the form of a perfume, and I think this is really, really well done. This is the type of fragrance that I can see myself wearing casually, but believe it or not, I can see myself wearing this on a date or in the evening as well, just because it does have some of those sensual, sweet ingredients. And so despite the fact that this is called Aubade and this is Serenade, one for the morning, one for the evening, I think that Aubade at the very least is pretty interchangeable. And so you have a very, very versatile fragrance here. It smells very classy. You can perceive the natural ingredients through and through in this one. Just a beautiful fragrance from top to bottom. So very proud of you, my friend. I'm really, really enjoying this. And this one is signature scent worthy, especially if you're looking for something to wear in an office setting, if you're wearing it to work. I think this is an amazing fragrance. And of course, when you think of Serenade, I think you think of Say Anything, having the boombox on top of your head, or maybe playing the guitar or an instrument outside of the window of your lover. And maybe you're the lover, right? You're trying to make them your lover. So here you have Serenade, and of course, to serenade somebody is to swoon somebody, to sweep them off their feet. And so this is perceived to be a very dark but also rich, sensual, romantic, and sexy fragrance. And it opens up right away with that boozy, chocolatey cognac accord. There's a touch of spice in here, just like in the first fragrance, Aubade, but then you also have that beautiful, rich, dark chocolate accord that's happening in the opening, or I should say it's residing in the base, but it's perceived way in the opening, and it just creates this mouth-watering, gourmand quality about the fragrance. There's some darker elements in here to sort of offset all that gourmand richness that you're going to get in the opening. There's something a little spicy as well. The booze actually lasts several hours into the projection and the performance of this fragrance. And so even as you do spray your skin, you give it a chance to dry down, you still smell the cognac, you still smell the richness of this fragrance. And I think Jorge Lee really knocked it out of the park with Darian's creative direction here. This is just an absolutely beautiful and stunning fragrance, and one that I can't wait to add to my collection. And so this tiny little bottle from MG International is not going to serve me well, because I can see myself using this up very quickly. Not to suggest that it doesn't last, because I think a few sprays will actually last you the entire day, but it has such an addictive aroma that this is the type of fragrance I can see myself wearing for a long, long time. And especially with the upcoming autumn and winter seasons, this is going to be a staple in my collection. Can't wait to start wearing this one more often. So we have two absolutely beautiful, breathtaking, and spellbinding fragrances here. We have Aubade, which was composed by Dominic Ropion and Julien Rasconet. And of course, we have a Jorge Lee composition, which is called Serenade, and Darian. you are the perfect creative director for these two fragrances. And thank you so much for your hard work. Thank you for your input. Thank you for your diligence. I know what this process is like. There are a lot of sleepless nights. There are a lot of conference calls. There are a lot of emails and WhatsApp messages and time away from the family. And of course, that can always be a little bit difficult for us, especially you, since you are such a family man and we see your beautiful wife in so many of your videos. So I really admire all of the time and blood and sweat and tears and effort and passion that you poured into this project. So you will always have my support. I can't wait to review each one of these fragrances when I finally have a bottle of each in my hands. So thank you again for giving me this opportunity. I'm always here for you if you ever need anything. And I look forward to putting these on the shelf somewhere here behind me. So you always have my best. Thank you for everything. And we'll see you all soon. Bye.
Wow, 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 wow. Look, I don't know what to say, man. Steven, your words, like I said, they mean a lot, and it means a lot to me that you really sincerely enjoy both of these fragrances, man. Am I tearing up? No, but seriously, man, thank you so much, Steven, for your heartfelt words in regards to these fragrances. I mean, when you put your time and your effort into fragrances, to have, again, for me, somebody of Steven's caliber that has been doing this as long as he has, and that has the knowledge that he has to really sincerely and genuinely like the work that you've done, it means a lot. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for taking the time to give your first impressions. Guys, you heard Steven. You heard his words. Steven seems to love both of these fragrances, as I told you. Seems to kind of relate, to some extent, kind of the same thought process that I had when I wanted to go into creating these fragrances and writing a brief on them. It seemed like, that message was relayed when he smelled the fragrances. So that means a lot, man. Thank you again so much, Steven, for your words and your time to review my fragrances. So guys, you heard Steven. As I said before, man, we still got a little bit of time on this promo that we're running for the buy one, basically get one free, or buy one, get one 30% off. So head over to noveltiespodforums.com and go ahead and grab yourself some bottles of these before they're all gone. But that's it, guys. That's my time. You won't be hearing a lot from me on these videos. It's all about the person that's giving the first impressions. I thank you for watching. I thank you for taking the time to watch. I know you don't have to, but you do, and I sincerely appreciate that. Now, don't forget, of course, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe, and share these videos out to some other folks that you think could use this information or find me entertaining, because I'm your guy, Darren, the Bowtie Fragrance Guy. I love to look good, and of course, I love to smell amazing. So until next time, guys, keep looking good, keep smelling even better. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.